Welcome back to the 12 Days of Trivia on the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast during the Dog Days of Advent Challenge 2024. I'm Paul Mackey, joined by my lovely wife, Darcy.
Hi!
And we're here in the Measure for Measure tailoring shop on East 4th Street in snowy Duluth, Minnesota. I have questions for the easier trivia questions I devised to replace the hard ones yesterday. Oh, and this is day 10.
Dun dun dun. What is it, 10 Lords Leaping?
I think so.
Okay.
Probably. So, Darcy, I know I already threw out all the harder ones, but I'm hoping you'll agree that these were easier than some this season, at least.
Definitely, I was able to get a little, I think.
Okay.
I think I even ended up getting 3 of the 5.
Oh.
So I had a thought.
Good. Well, I will be able to tell you at the end what all 5 words are, and you can figure out the theme, I think. If you don't already know it.
I'm trying. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So here goes. Question number 1 was, from dictionary.com, a distinct article or provision in a contract, treaty, will, or other formal or legal written document. The answer is a clause.
Clause.
And I will have to admit right away, there may appear to be a more seasonal leaning to this theme, but am I deceiving you? All right, and question 2, name Engels' writing partner. Friedrich Engels sat down with his good buddy Karl Marx back in 1848 and wrote a pamphlet. Yes, I'm talking about that old classic, the Communist Manifesto. So you get a point if you said Marx. Number 3, fill in the blank, a sitcom created by David Lynch and Mark Frost that aired on ABC from June 20th to July 4th, 1992. Blank the air.
I thought about it.
Yes.
And I was like, was it off the air? No. What was it? It was on the air. I did remember it.
It was on the air. The sitcom did not do particularly well. 7 episodes were made, and only 3 aired on ABC. I think I watched at least 2 as they aired at the time. The show is set in the 1950s at the Zablotnik Broadcasting Company's production of The Lester Guy Show. The show is called On the Air. You get a point for the word on.
Did you say Zablotnik?
Zablotnik.
Like Zablotnik Bridge?
Sort of. I don't know.
That was a Duluth joke.
Well, Mark Frost is from Minnesota.
Oh, it's plausible.
It's plausible.
Zablotnik. All right.
All right. And the last... Oh, no, sorry, not the last question. The question number 4, because I have 5 questions.
I know.
Question number 4, what 2013 film was directed by Spike Jonze, featuring Joaquin Phoenix falling in love with his AI personal assistant, played by Scarlett Johansson?
And it was called, respect your pronouns, Her.
It was called Her. This film, in contrast to the previous answer, did quite well, grossing $48 million on a budget of $23 million and winning the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
Did you ever see it?
I never did.
I don't think I did either. Maybe I'll add that to my holiday list, because it's a holiday movie now. No, it's not, but I made it up.
I don't really do movies for this podcast, but maybe I could make an exception and do a movie. Ooh. I've got a lot of TV episodes.
I know, we got a lot going on here.
Because, I mean, the series that you want to do with me after we finish Muppets Mayhem, which has taken us over a year to complete 10 episodes.
Hey, mayhem.
It's mayhem. But the series that we're doing next after that, which I still haven't told anybody what it is.
Ooh, it's a secret.
Is 67 episodes.
You guys, you're gonna just go crazy.
So if we go the same rate on that one as we have on Muppets Mayhem, we'll be finishing that after Iris is halfway through college.
Shush.
Or maybe we'll pick up the pace.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, so, and then we're left with question number 5. What preceded In Black for Brian Johnson?
Okay, and I'm thinking that this is Brian Johnson's from AC/DC. Mm-hmm. And that would be Back in Black.
That would be Back in Black.
Okay.
When Bon Scott died of acute alcohol poisoning in February 1980, Australian rock band AC/DC considered packing it in, but ultimately hired Brian Johnson as their new lead vocalist. That April, they went into the studio with producer Mutt Lange, and by July, they released the album Back in Black, which on August 21st of this year was certified as 27 times platinum, and is officially the third best-selling album of all time in the United States. So give yourself a point for Back.
Yay!
All right, so now I will give all 5 words once more, and then pause, let people think about it, and you can tell me what the answer is.
I think I know it.
All right, for the extra point, what do you think of when you hear claws marks on her back?
I have an idea.
Okay, what do you think it is?
Well, I'm thinking of someone who doesn't know the definition of, well, at one point in time did not know the definition of irony.
Okay.
And that they made a nice little album called Jagged Little Pill. And that it's... Oh, no, I'm going down the wrong path.
No.
I thought it was Alanis Morissette, You Should Know.
Yeah, no.
Because that's claw marks on the back, right?
Yeah, that comes up sort of, but...
Oh, dang it!
Okay, how about if I add the word incriminating claws marks on her back?
Incriminating claws marks on her back.
It's not claw marks. It's not claw marks, it's claws marks. Okay, how about if I complete the phrase and nobody gets a point for this?
Aww. All
how about if I do the whole lyric? She had hoof prints on her forehead and incriminating claws marks on her back.
Okay. It's Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
It's Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oy vey. That's funny because it's Hanukkah.
Pardon me?
It's Hanukkah.
It's Hanukkah, okay. Or Christmas season, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Holidays. It's the holidays. This is from Elmo and Patsy's immortal Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, first recorded back in 1979.
Terrible.
Though the later 1984 re-recording is likely the one that's most familiar to audiences these days.
And they did a really terrible cartoon of it in the 90s.
Yes, I believe Film Roman made that.
It was terrible.
I think that's what it was.
Because, like, Grandma didn't die. She just got ran over by a reindeer and disappeared or some BS like that. Like, totally had nothing to do with the song.
I do have that bonus point as well. I threw out the harder questions in favor of the easier 5 that we answered today, and then I offered the bonus point of just giving those answers, and you can possibly get that bonus point by telling me what you think when you hear Firefly, Hush, and Poison Ivy.
And there's got to be... Is there a common actor?
There isn't a common actor.
Then is there a common director? Because you do that a lot, too.
No, these are actually... You probably yourself have only seen one of them portrayed somewhere. The other 2 have never been portrayed on film, but they are characters.
And I probably wouldn't have caught it because I am not... I have to be honest, Poison Ivy, never saw it. I have nothing... Did I not see it? You're looking at me like I saw it.
Oh, I don't think... it's not the movie Poison Ivy. It's the character Poison
Well,
Ivy.
I never saw her.
As played by Uma Thurman.
Yeah, but I never saw her in that.
You never saw the Batman movie with Uma Thurman as
Nope.
Poison Ivy?
I sure did not.
Well, all 3 of those are comic book villains to Batman in DC Comics.
Really?
They are. Firefly was originally an expert in visual illusions that he employed to carry out crimes, but post-crisis, when DC rewrote or modernized its entire canon, he became an insane pyromaniac. Meanwhile, Hush is a master of disguise, but he mainly served as a manipulator of other Batman rogues. He was another rich orphan in real life, and served as an example of what could have been if Bruce Wayne took his situation in a criminal direction. So, with today's earlier points and this bonus, you could have up to 46 total, assuming that I've done my math correctly, and that might be a big if.
I think that, like, total, I have, like, maybe 12.
All right, well, we'll take a brief pause in our recording, which no one will hear, and hopefully come back right away with some guests. Roughly a year and a half ago, I said to Darcy, hey, Luke from the morning show over at radio hosts trivia down at Duluth Cider, and one more or less random Monday, we decided to check it out. As we looked for a table, we ran into Darcy's childhood friend, Susie. We had previously lured Susie into buying a home in Duluth, understand, so it's not quite as big a coincidence as that might sound. But she was with her neighbors Peggy and Dan and their daughter Lucy and boyfriend Patrick. It turned out they lived just down the street from us. Fast forward a little, and we are all part of Trivia Team Bad Altitude with a fair bit of success. Lucy works at Hartley Nature Center, and Patrick runs a micropayment processor, and they join us today.
Hello.
Hi, we're happy to be here.
So glad you guys are here.
Yeah.
Yes, we're recording this as Day 8 has just published, and you guys listened via the YouTube feed, so you're probably current through Day 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are you liking this season of trivia?
We are loving the questions. They are very difficult. But
It's so good.
I think we have a mixed bag in scoring, and I think we've been on an uptick lately.
But this episode you just heard had the most unfair category out of all of them, unless you know the song. Is
For the
that correct?
bonus,
I told him it was going to be a song.
I-
I didn't know what the song was, though.
I said Acme cartoons.
I made up a song about a hot dog and a jumping frog.
Okay, so maybe you're only through Day 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
possibly.
But that is a song, and it is a very weird song.
I mean, we're not spoiling anything for the listeners out there. They've already heard these episodes for sure, but
Obscure.
Was it Limp Bizkit?
it is not Limp Bizkit.
Okay. Cross that out.
Yeah, you'll have to listen to the episode where we actually give the answers, so, alright. But this is Day 10, and we have questions this time, questions next time, and then answers. So, I hope this is as fun for the listeners as it is writing and recording them, and we'll get right into this next set of questions now.
Oh, goodness. Okay. And then also, Lucy Patrick, we're not going to respond at this
yeah.
point.
Yep.
Okay.
We're just going to listen to what he has to say. You can say, hey, I think I know that one. Or,
And you guys can take notes and
or,
show it to each other.
Honestly, Paul, are you going to do that to me again?
Give it
Yes,
away.
okay.
Yeah.
Curious. Curious.
You're being horrible to us, but you can't say
Yeah.
say that.
This is wife abuse.
Yes. All right. Question number 1: a board game first produced by Parker Brothers, where the game board is arranged as a calendar month. Players manage money and debt, receive mail as they progress through the month to the space that is the game's namesake. So,
Oh,
what
yeah.
name is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Curious.
Don't worry, I had every board
Can you read it
game
one more time
that's
for me?
ever
I can.
existed as a child.
It's a board game first produced by Parker Brothers, where the game board is arranged as a calendar month. Players manage their money and debt and receive mail as they progress through the month to the space that is the game's namesake. All right. And question number 2. The Association for a New York City Destination claims that for 2 centuries it has been, quote, the pinnacle of luxury shopping, cultural landmarks, and gilded glamour, unquote. If you like films, you will have seen this destination in Big, Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Dark Knight, and Taxi Driver. What is this New York City destination?
Can you say that again?
I sure could. The Association for a New York City Destination claims that for 2 centuries it has been, quote, the pinnacle of luxury shopping, cultural landmarks, and gilded glamour. If you like films, you will have seen this destination in Big, Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Dark Knight, and Taxi Driver. What is this New York City destination?
I think it's that.
Okay, we go with it. I've been to
I've
this place.
seen one of those 3 movies, so...
And last up,
3 guesses, so I don't know.
we'll be looking for a film. It was released in 1977, and I see it variously listed as a crime drama or a sexual thriller. It is based on a 1975 novel of its same title, based on the 1973 murder of schoolteacher Roseanne Quinn, written by Judith Rosner. The star of the film is Diane Keaton, but it also features William Atherton, Tuesday Weld, Tom Berenger, LeVar Burton, and Brian Dennehy. What is this film?
LeVar Burton? Isn't that the Reading Rainbow guy?
Yes.
It is.
It's also Star Trek.
I'm just writing
And-
down something that I think
And
is
Kunta
funny.
Kinte from Roots. But it's not Roots.
I'm pretty sure that LeVar Burton was not in this movie, but I'm still going to say it because it's funny.
That is a tough one.
Yes.
It'd be really funny if I was right.
All right, so come up with what those answers are and then what ties them all together as a category for your extra point. And we will see you again in the next episode. Happy hunting.
Happy hunting!
Happy
Happy
hunting.
hunting!
You've been listening to the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast, produced by Paul Mackey in association with Nimlas Studios. Any short clips of audio from shows is included under fair use for commentary purposes, and copyright for that content remains with its original copyright holders. The theme song is Too Good by Jack Mangan and is used by his generous permission. One Idjit's Thoughts is produced under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 international license. You can find more episodes of this podcast and many other fine podcasts at nimlas.org. You can contact me by emailing idjitcastpodcast@gmail.com or commenting on episodes at nimlas.org.
Let's make our own memories.
Secret bonus category C number 2 is Dream Team.